the All Things Plastics podcast, your go-to podcast for real talk on beauty, body journeys, and everything in between. Today, I'm sitting down with the fabulous Christina, a 23-year-old business owner and aspiring content creator who's turning heads and shaping bodies, literally. She's the powerhouse behind Figures by Christina, a women's shapewear and athleisure brand that's all about confidence and curves. Christina's no stranger to the world of plastic surgery either. She had breast implants done in 2022 and recently had 360 Lipo in 2024, both in the famous plastic surgery capital, Miami. We're diving into her surgical experiences, recovery, the business hustle, and how body image and branding collide. Everyone, welcome Christina to the podcast.
Thanks so much.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you. As I was telling you before we hit record, I was doing my research because I want to find a fitness girly who has had surgery and is making content for girls to help them maintain their results. Like, it's so important. No one gets that.
Nobody talks about it. That is like the first thing I noticed when I started putting out content is like, there's maybe a couple of the girls that are doing it, but nobody is talking about it.
Yeah. And your page is dedicated to it. The aesthetic is gorgeous. You are gorgeous. So I'm so excited to interview you and hear your journey. So we'll go ahead and get started. For those who don't know you yet, tell us a little about yourself, where you were born and where did you grow up?
So I am from Toronto, Canada. I have been living here my entire life. Right now, I kind of do go back and forth between Miami and Toronto, but for the most part, I am in Canada.
Oh my goodness, a Canada girl. Our last interview, Emily, she's based in Canada as well. So that's really, really cool. Did you imagine having a brand as a young girl or like growing up as a teenager? Was this your goal or is this something that you fell into?
Honestly, I fell into it when I was younger. I wanted to be a lawyer. That was what I wanted to do. So
okay.
I went to university for it. I'm still actually finishing my bachelor degree and I was going to go to law school. But entrepreneurship was nothing that I was taught about. Like in school, you're not really taught how to be an entrepreneur. You're more so taught how to get a good job, get good grades, get a good job, pay the bills. But for my brand, I was really into fitness. As soon as I got into the gym, I fell in love with it. And with that, I started posting, not really looking to build followers, but just posting just because I liked it. And girls around me, they were asking me, they would see my progress. They would ask me, what did you do to get this? And I just started selling workout guides with that. And then I was wearing waist trainers and the girls who were buying my guides, or I would even train girls like my friends, they would ask me, where did you get it? So I just fell into it.
Were you working out prior to any of your surgeries or did you start working out? Okay. So prior.
Yeah,
so you were already in your fitness girl era.
Yes. No, I have been working out since I was 17 years old and I'm 23 right now. And I just got the BBL last year. So fitness has always been something that I've been super passionate about.
I love that you just fell into it. And I also love that you're still in school because a lot of girls, education is important. It's hard to be working full-time content creator, going to school, living life. So the fact that you're on a mission to still complete your bachelor's is fucking goals. I love that.
Thank you. It is hard, but thank you.
Now, you've built an impressive following with over 11,000 people watching your journey. How did that start? Did one video kind of take off or have you just been building gradually over the past couple years?
Yeah, so I've had this account for a long time, but only recently this year was when my account started growing. And I would say it's when I started talking about the BBL. I was scared to talk about the BBL because I had the account and it was all fitness and I was natural. And then I decided to get the BBL and I was like, people are not going to understand. People are going to have so many bad things to say. Of course they do, but there's also so many women that are so happy that I'm talking about it because they have nowhere else to go. So so I started being really consistent, posting content along the lines of the BBL and it just keeps growing. So it's been doing really well.
You literally have balls from going from fitness to getting surgery and still posting. That takes guts because we'll get into this a little bit later, but they hate, especially from men going on and being like, you're not authentic. You're not a true fitness. You had surgery. It's why are you even on this page? This is not content for you. Get the hell off because you don't even understand the concept of what's happening right now.
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Is it strange recording in the gym? Because I can record in my home and in a studio, but in the gym with people watching you, how the hell are you doing that?
Honestly, I just pretend that nobody's there. I like to go to gyms that are more quiet, but if I need to get the content, I just pretend nobody's there.
You got to get the content, girl.
Right.
Now, let's talk about your procedures. What made you decide to get your implants in 2022 first? Did a friend get them or is that something you always wanted? What happened?
So at that time, I was in Miami and I was there for several months and it was more so convenient because I'm from Canada. And of course you could do it in Toronto and Canada, but it is so much more expensive here. So I was there and it was something that I wanted to do. So I was honestly, I was lucky enough to have the money, have the time. So I'm let me just get it done.
Okay. And how did you find your doctor for your breast dog?
Instagram. It was through Instagram. Okay. The doctor I originally wanted actually was on vacation and they told me very last minute. I guess we'll get into that experience after, but And then I got a different doctor and I was really happy with the doctor. So social media.
They switched up doctors on you last minute? Oh, hell
Very
no. I
last
would be
minute.
freaking out.
Honestly, I got a doctor that was more known for doing breast augmentations. He was the top
Okay.
doctor. So I actually got really lucky that I was able
So it
to.
worked out in your favor.
It worked out. It worked out.
And how was your recovery with your breast aug? Did you have any complications? Was it smooth? How was that journey?
It was really smooth. The first day, of course, you're in pain, but after you take your medicine, you're good. Just like lifting up your arms you can't really do. It's really hard. I had a friend with me and she kind of,
Yeah. Girl, yeah, I got my breast
Oh,
aug
okay.
like 6 years ago. And even going the motion downwards to pull down your pants to use the
Yeah.
restroom the first like 48 hours, I was like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, you
what is
can't do it.
happening?
No, you can't. Yeah.
What size did you get? What kind of implants? And did you go under the muscle or over the muscle?
So I went over the muscle and I did silicone.
Okay.
I don't know the amount. I can't tell you
It's
the
okay.
amount.
It's okay. I thought I had 350 cc's for the longest time. And everyone asked me, what size? What size? And I finally looked at my implant card this year and that shit said 405 cc's. And I was like,
Yeah, I think mine is around the same, and like I did not want it that big. I didn't have the best experience, but yeah, I did not want it that big.
so you want it smaller?
I wanted smaller. I definitely wanted smaller, and they just kind of
Are
did
you,
whatever they wanted.
my God, are you kind of content with them or happy with them? Or do you want to go back and get them redone anytime soon?
No, I'm just gonna leave them. I don't really want to do that again, so I'm just gonna leave it. But
You're like, I'm over it.
I woke up and I was like, what did I do? Like
Oh,
I looked
no.
at, yes, they were much bigger, and I was smaller at the time too, so it was just
Oh, yeah. So look, see, I wanted tickle bitties. I was like, give me Pamela Anderson. I want them out there. So I'm happy I went with the Fords. But tell us about your BBL journey. Now, you got it just last year. So it's very fresh BBL. Did you still look on Instagram for this doctor or did you have a friend who got it done? How did you find your doctor and how was your journey with the BBL?
So with the BBL, it was also social media. It was Instagram. I wanted a natural look. I did not want anything too crazy. So that is why I chose my doctor. I like that he doesn't make your butt look too big. Your hips look good. My main focus was my hips. I just wanted an hourglass figure. That's all I needed.
Yes. You wanted that curve.
Exactly. Yeah, I found him through social media. My experience with the BBL was perfect. Like I can't complain about anything. Obviously the recovery was very painful, but I mean that comes with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the lipo, Jasmine had lipo and they say it's like you went to the gym for 1,000 hours straight and everything is just burning and hurting. Like I can't even imagine.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it's kind of weird because most women, they do say when they get a BBL, it is the lipo areas that hurt the most. But for me, it was my hips. I don't know what it was, but when I woke up, it was the worst pain ever. It was so bad.
Yeah, and
It
the
was so
hip
bad.
expansion and the skin expansion, like
Yeah.
that's what Jasmine said too, because she had no hips and then she went from no hips to hips and she was like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
kills.
Yeah, no, the pain was crazy.
And where did you recover at? Did you go to a recovery home or did you go back home and have a friend or a significant other help you?
Yeah, so for the BBL, I did do a recovery home, and I'm so thankful I did a recovery home because I would not be able to do it by myself or just have a nurse for 24 hours. I definitely needed people with me for at least a couple of days.
Yeah. And how many days did you book yourself at the recovery home?
I was there for 5 days, and then after that,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I was there for a while, and then after that, I had a friend who stayed in Miami, so I just stayed there.
Beautiful. Let's touch back on your breast dog. How much was your breast dog like 3 years ago in Miami? Do you remember around the price?
I'm Canadian, so what I paid is different because the conversion, but I
Got
believe,
you.
yeah, I believe though in American it was 4,000. I think it was 4,000. It was
That's
cheap.
really good.
It was
Girl,
cheap.
I paid $8,500 6 years ago in Hollywood for my breast dog. And that was 6 years ago. And I got a discount.
With a discount. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my
girl.
goodness. Yeah, no,
And
it was cheap.
how much was your BBL, your Lipo BBL in Miami?
My BBL, again, the conversion always messes me up, but I believe in US it might have been maybe 5,500, 6,000, around that. Yeah, it's very cheap in Miami.
And your results are so good.
I love my doctor. I'm so thankful for my doctor.
Yeah. And see, coming from LA, I'm a Beverly Hills girl. We hear a lot of horror stories out of Miami. And it's like, I get scared of Miami and anyone who tells me they had surgery in Miami. But your results, everything seems like it went so good, which is like honestly refreshing to hear.
My experience with the clinic for the implants was not good, but the results are good. That's what I'll say.
But the results are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any issues with the recovery home? Because there's so many shady stories about recovery homes in Miami because everyone wants a quick cash grab. And recovery homes are popping up like no fucking tomorrow. They're not under any regulations. Like they're just girls starting up this business, throwing girls in a home and sometimes pretending to be nurses. And I'm like, holy shit, that's so scary because you're trusting these people with your life after surgery and they're giving you medications and it's like, holy shit. But your experience was so good. Did you have any?
Sorry, my experience was with my recovery home was amazing. Like I love my recovery home. I love the people in the recovery home. Literally everything. Like they cater to you 24/7. So I'm really thankful.
Now, good. A lot of people don't go to recovery homes because it is extra cost. They just spent $5, $10, $15,000 on their surgery and they're like, holy shit, I don't have an extra $2,500 for a recovery home. Was yours really expensive or was it affordable? Or were you like, you know what? I'm taking this serious. I'm going to pay the extra money so I don't have any complications.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap, but I think it was worth it. It's worth it because you know you're going to actually have nurses take care of you. You have, like, if anything goes wrong, they're there for you. So I think it was worth it, but it definitely wasn't very cheap.
Yeah, it's extra cost. Did you just hear about that story? It's viral on TikTok right now. This girl, her name is Star, and she was in a recovery home, and supposedly they gave her medications, and it wasn't a real nurse, and she passed away post-Lipo BBL. And then the family and friends were trying to contact the recovery home, and they went off grid. They took down their Instagram, they disconnected their phone lines, they took down their business page, and like disappeared off the fucking map. And the family's like on TikTok trying to talk about it and the video's going viral. And I even messaged the family. I don't know if they saw it, but I was like, I would love to interview you guys on this story just to spread awareness. But the recovery home, they disappeared.
That is so scary. Was that in Miami?
Yes.
Oh no.
Shady boots. Yeah, girl. I was like, what the hell is happening?
That is so scary. But I mean, Miami has so many girls going down there for surgery that I feel like, yeah, people just want to capitalize on it. But that's insane.
Seriously. Now, were you prepared for your surgeries? Did you get your meds ahead of time? Did you have the proper supplies? Were you eating right after? Like, were you prepared or were there things that you were like, shit, I wish I would have had X, Y, and Z?
So for the implants, I was not as prepared, but I also think it was the way that the clinic ran it. For example, the prescriptions, they gave my friend who dropped me off to surgery the referral for the prescription when she dropped me off for the surgery. So she only had, yes, that's insane to me. So she only had a couple of hours to go get me my meds. And it was really early, you know, when you go into surgery, sometimes it's 4 in the morning.
6 a.m., 5 a.m. Yes. Yeah.
So it was closed. So she couldn't even get me the prescription. Yeah. So that was really bad. Luckily, my surgery, I was really late for my surgery. So because of that, when I woke up and my friend came, she had it, but she was waiting there for hours for my referrals.
That's so annoying. What our protocol is, literally a week before your surgery, you guys come into the office. We go over any last questions that you have. And we usually give you the script a week before. So you have like 5 days to go pick up your meds, take a look at them. If you guys have any questions, like we're not giving it to you the morning of. What we want is for you to bring the meds the morning of surgery so we can say, lay eyes on them and be like, okay, you have everything you need. So when you go home, there's no issues.
Yeah, I wish it was like that. I really wish it was like that. Yeah.
Damn. What about your BBL? Were you like supplies, meds? Did you have everything you needed?
Yes, because my recovery home, they kind of took care of that for me. But the referral, I'm from Toronto, so I was only there 2 days before my surgery, but I believe they gave me the referral maybe a day before. Still not much, but better.
But better, yeah. Were you leaking everywhere because of the lipo? Like, did you have to have a bunch of pads under you and pull-ups?
Yeah, I had the drain, but even though you have the drain, you're still leaking.
Yeah, leaking everywhere. I'm always telling my patients, I'm like, you have to, anywhere you sit, lay, stand, like you have to have like doggy pads under you because you're leaking fluid for at least the first 72 hours.
Yeah.
Are you planning to get any other procedures in the future? Or are you like, I got it, I'm snatched, I love my body, I'm not doing anything else?
Honestly, I don't want to, but I feel like you kind of always want something more. Like, even if you look amazing, I feel like you're going to see something or somebody else and you'll be like, maybe I want my hips a little bit wider, I want my waist a little bit smaller. So it's always in the back of my head, but I'm just going to take fitness very, very serious. And hopefully with that, I do not go back or anything.
Yes. Now we're going to talk about your fitness career. You post a lot of fitness content, right? And what role does working out play in your life post BBL? Like, are you locked in right now? Are you trying to maybe slim down your hips? Like, what's your goal with working out post surgery?
My whole goal is to, number one, maintain my results, but also enhance my results. My doctor got rid of all the fat, but like, I need to tone my body now. Like, he didn't give me the abs. I need to get the abs. I need to tone my back, build my legs so everything matches.
Yes, yes, yes. And people are like, I want to tone. And they don't understand in order to tone, you got to lift weights. You
Right.
can't
Yeah.
just do a shitload of cardio and try to shed all this fat because, yeah, we shed a layer of fat, but then we have our muscles underneath them. And if you're
Yeah.
not working out those muscles, you're not going to have any definition.
Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna be skinny.
You have ebooks and you have all these workout guides. What are your main things that you're focusing on for the girls post lipo BBL or even like post tummy tuck?
Yeah.
What are the things you're helping the girls out with and what you really want to get across to them?
So, for example, I sell a post-op BBL workout guide, and that is more so for girls who either you just got the BBL and I'm easing you into the gym. Because another thing I feel like people don't understand is like you cannot just go back straight into the gym and be lifting crazy weights. Like you need to go very light with your body because your body is it's literally like you're so sore.
It just went through trauma.
Literally, yes, exactly. So you
Yeah.
need to you just need to take it really easy. Start off with lightweight, maybe even body weight, and then work your way up. So with my guide, that is what I aim to do. But it's also for girls who have had a BBL and they don't necessarily know what to do when they get into the gym because no one really talks about it. Because for example,
Yeah.
my workout routine before the BBL looks much different than it does now. Because now, for example, I don't want to target my glutes as much because, my doctor did that.
And have you run into a lot of girls or any girls who didn't even go to the gym prior to surgery because they thought, oh, I'm going to go get lipo and I'm going to go get a BBL and we're cool. So I'm sure you're finding difficulty. Like, shit, she knows nothing. Like,
Yeah.
not even the basics of weightlifting.
Yeah, exactly. But for example, like my guide, that's why I created the way I did. Like every single exercise, there's a video. So even if you're a beginner, you'll understand. You'll know what to do.
Yeah. Do you touch on any like nutrition, like protein goals or counting your macros or anything? Because that has a lot to play with it too, which I'm sure you're aware of.
Yes, that's super important. Right now, I do also offer like juicing. I think juicing plays
Okay.
a
Oh,
huge
yeah, I
role.
saw that.
Yeah, I think it makes
Yes.
such a difference in your stomach. If you want a flat stomach, you need to juice. Like it just creates such a big difference. So there's that, but I also do, of course, like talk about protein and calories and macros.
Yeah. Are you taking any supplements? Like, are you taking your collagen? Are you taking like anything that can help the girls? Any tips that you can give the girls? Like, that's part of your daily routine?
Yeah, so for me, protein is number one. I always make sure I have enough protein because, of course, I am working out and I do want to build muscle. I do also do collagen, like I put it in my water. Chlorophyll, I love chlorophyll.
You're
I
a
think I
chlorophyll girly.
Yes, I literally have it right
I-
here as we
You
speak
do?
in my water.
I used to take chlorophyll and then I kind of fell off and I was like, like, I don't know, but I don't know. I see chlorophyll all the time. I'm like, maybe I need to get back into it.
Yeah, I know. I always forget to, but like I'm trying my best to just stay back on track.
Yeah. Are you doing like daily greens or like Courtney's Let Me Debloat, like any other supplements that you take?
I do have greens as well. Honestly, I take quite a lot.
Okay. Are you taking creatinine too?
No, that did
No.
not work for me. No. I did it
No.
before. Before I did the BBL, I took it and I just noticed it's like water weight, right? So it went into the wrong
Yeah.
places for me. So it didn't really work with me though.
Ugh, I just started it like 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean
And-
you'll gain quickly.
Yeah. And after your surgeries, did you have any trouble like eating the first week? Like, were you kind of hitting your nutrition goals and still eating protein? Or were you like nauseous or were you just not hungry? Did you have any difficulty with that?
Yeah, the first couple of days I definitely was not eating enough because I just didn't feel good.
I
Also,
know.
you have to sleep on your stomach and naturally I don't sleep on my stomach. So with that, like I got like a migraine and everything. It was really bad. So no, I wasn't eating properly, but I was trying my best to get at least enough protein with like protein shakes.
Yeah, definitely. And we're always telling the girls after surgery, it's like, if you don't do anything else, just protein shakes, protein yogurt, protein bars. Like you really need that
Anything.
protein, especially anything, because after surgery, your body just went through massive trauma. And even though you're just laying there and not doing anything, your body is burning extra calories to heal itself. So like you really, really got to eat. But I know it's so difficult because you guys just got out of anesthesia. You're on meds. You don't feel like doing anything. So it's really hard.
Sure. It was really hard.
Yeah. How do you respond to the people who comment things on your page like, why are you working out if you got a BBL? Because I've seen that on your page
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, she has patience because I would literally go off.
Honestly, I feel like I see it so much. And that comment specifically, it's like if you just think about it a little bit harder, you would understand. First of all, I'm human. I need to be healthy. I need to move my body. Whether you have surgery or not, you need to be in the gym or just being active.
Period.
Point number one. And number two, it's also like you need to maintain your results. You can't just get surgery and expect it to look good for the rest of your life if you're eating bad, if you're not working out. So I just think those people that say that, they just haven't thought a little bit more about it.
They have no brain capacity.
I'm trying to say it nicely, but yeah.
You're all trying to be nice, and I'm like, no, we're dragging them. Because stop commenting on Christina's fucking post why are you working out? Like, come on, you guys.
Yeah, no.
And do you see, is it a lot more women commenting that or a lot more men?
I say it's both. It's both. And I'm so surprised about the amount of men that comment that, because my page is not for men. So like, yeah, how did you even get here? How did this fall onto your algorithm? Like, I'm so confused how they got there, but it's both. It's a mix of both.
Yeah. Has surgery changed your relationship with your body or how you approach health and wellness at all?
Yes, in terms of, for example, my workout routine is different, but I still try to be as consistent as I was before, and still try to eat right. But yeah, I just target different areas.
Now, what advice would you give to someone who's had surgery but is afraid to share their journey publicly?
Honestly, I would just say do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, no matter what you do, people are always going to have something bad to say, whether you're doing something really good or not. So if you are doing it because you want to help people, then I mean, why not?
Yeah, and you're a great example. Like, you're obviously growing really great on Instagram. You have a great brand, and you are just, it's making you happy. And you're just like, yeah, I'm going to get a lot of haters, but at the end of the day, like, this is what I'm doing. This is who I am, and we're pushing through it.
Exactly.
How does your personal journey with body confidence influence your brand, Figures by Christina?
So I would say, because, you know, I did start natural, go to BBL, I think with that, I'm able to relate to a whole bunch more women for my brand. And I'm able to target more than before. So, and I think like my brand, it's called Figures by Christina. So it's literally just about feeling confident in your figure, no matter what your figure looks like. You're natural, you're not natural, you're skinny, you're a little bigger.
Yep. And I was just going to say, like, exactly that you touched on. You've had the best of both worlds. You know what it's like to be natural and work out, and you know what it's like to have surgery and work out. So you can really adapt to anyone or anybody asking you questions.
Exactly. Yeah.
When you work out, because Jasmine was wearing her faja for a decent amount of time, and after a while she was like, I'm over the faja, like I can't be wearing this every single day, and she switched to a waist trainer that she would wear to work, and she also wears the waist trainer when she is working out. Tell us your history with the faja. How long did you wear it for, and then when did you switch over to a waist trainer?
So honestly, I still wear my faja. I love my faja. I'm still in it. I don't wear it all the time, but like if I'm at home or something, I like to wear it, but I do use a waist trainer when I'm in the gym, because obviously you cannot work out with a faja. But honestly, I think both are good, and I still notice a difference when I'm wearing my faja and I take it off. My body does look more compressed, no matter it's been a year. Yeah, but it makes a difference.
And do you sleep in a faja or waist trainer? Because like on the weekends, if Jazz has an event or we're doing something, she'll sleep in her faja on the weekends. Do you do any of that?
I do. I love my faja. I sleep in my faja, wake up in my faja, go out in my faja. My waist trainer, I love it. Yeah.
I love it. And did you get any, because I know with the fajas, when they're really tight, or even the waist trainers, you get that faja burn. Did you experience any of that?
I think it's because I always put something underneath. Like I put like my t-shirt or something. Maybe that's
okay. Yeah, because we have a lot of patients come back and it's just like their whole side is just burned or rash or discolored. Yep. And it kind of happened to Jasmine, but she just wore a little tank top underneath, and then she had no issues.
Yeah, that's what my recovery home taught me. That was another good thing about being with them, because I would not know to do that. So yeah.
I love that. Your recovery home sounds really good. I'm so happy. They came through for you. Now, for the girls, do you sell fajas post-surgery, or do you just do waist trainers, or is that something you're looking into with Figures by Christina?
Yes, so I am really soon going to start offering even BBL supplies. Right now, I do sell waist trainers. That's like my top selling product. I do sell shapewear as well. And eventually, I do want to do fajas. I just want to make sure they are like Colombian top quality fajas. So I am actually like in the midst of finding a really good supply.
I love that. Yeah, those Colombian fajas are so dang tight.
Best.
If you could go back and give yourself, younger self, one piece of advice before surgery, what would it be?
I would definitely say do a little bit more research. And then also, one thing I always tell girls whenever they tell me they're going to do surgery is, I would say print out a picture of what you want. Because, for example, for my implants, I went there and, you know, you have to do like a drug test right before surgery.
Yes.
I could not do it. Like, I just couldn't go and do it. So I was really late because of that. And I was basically, I couldn't pee, basically. my surgeon, he came in, he seen me, and I was supposed to be taken in, but because I couldn't do that, obviously he cannot take me to surgery. So then I heard him talking to another girl that's getting a BBL, another girl that's getting breast implants. It's like, by the time he took me into surgery, he probably forgot what I told him, what I wanted. That's probably why I think mine are too big than what I wanted. So I always tell girls, just have a picture. So, you know, when you're in there, hopefully he's going to look at it. So that's one thing I would definitely tell someone.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because, you know, he probably has all his cases for the day lined up. and he's going in to say hi to each one of you and like, how are you feeling? What do you want? And then by the time he loops back around to the first patient,
yeah,
he just gave you some tickle bitties.
Literally, he did whatever he wanted. Like,
when you went, did you have a pre-op with the surgeon? Because I know you stated that for your breast implants, you were supposed to go with another surgeon. Then they were on vacation. Did you have an appointment prior to your surgery with the new surgeon?
No. So for the implants, no, I did not meet my surgeon until the day of surgery.
Shut up.
Yes, that's why my experience was so bad. Yes, and I thought Miami was just like that. Yeah, my experience was not good.
And you didn't bring in like any mood board or anything on your phone. Did you have a couple photos? Any references?
No, but what's even crazy about that is in Canada, I did a consultation and it was for free. And I wasn't actually, I just wanted to see what it was like. And in that consultation, they put implants in a sports bra. And so you can see the size. Do you guys do that?
Yes.
Okay. In Miami, in that clinic, they didn't. So that's what I thought going in the day of surgery was I'm going to go in, I'm going to see him and I'm going to try on the implants. They did not do that. They just asked me, what do you want? And I said, I want it not that big, a little bit natural. And that's it. That's all he did.
So you didn't even have a choice of like under the muscle or over the muscle?
I believe I did. That I did, and where they wanted to cut you. Yeah, that I was able to choose.
But size wise, you weren't really able to specify what you wanted.
No. Oh no. Because I went in thinking I'm going to try on implants, and that was never the case.
Yeah. And usually we're trying on implants like 2 weeks before. Like you get the bra and we put it in, and the doctor he'll give you a size range based on your torso measurements and your chest width. He goes, okay, from 250 to 310 cc's. This is your range. This is what can fit with your width and all that. Which ones do you want? And then you'll put them in, look at the side profile, and then pick. Yeah. But you didn't even get that experience. I hate that for you.
Yeah, that's why that experience was so scary that for the BBL, that's what I was assuming was going to happen. But the BBL was so much better. Everything
I'm
BBL
so
was
glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lipo BBL is way more invasive. Like breast aug, yeah, you make an opening, you throw them in, and you suture it up. But Lipo BBL, way more intensive in surgery. So for our girlies listening, if you ever go in, let's start off with this. You should not be seeing your surgeon for the first time the day of surgery. You need to at least see your surgeon 3 days before, 5 days before, a week before, and talk about surgery, what you want, what's going to happen. Because going in the day of is some shady shit. No joke.
So scary. It was so scary.
Ugh, thank gosh there was no complications. And for future knowledge, you guys can bring in mood boards. I've had patients that come in with a huge poster board of just photos of influencers and celebrities and implants and what they want, or even on your phone, make a little collage on Instagram or Canva. You guys have every right to come in and show the doctor, even the morning of, like, hey, don't forget, this is what I want. You guys have every right to do that. So don't think it's weird or don't think the doctor's going to think I'm crazy. Like, you're paying for this surgery. This is your body. You have every right to remind them, like, hey, this is what I want. Don't fuck it up.
Wish I had that advice before I did it.
This is why we're here, girl, because we hear stories like yours. And I love we're sharing this journey because it is going to help other girls. Like, okay, let me get my shit together.
Let me bring in that collage because you don't want to go through that.
Literally. And I just did on Instagram, I did a video of like how to build a mood board, because what we see is someone might take in your photo because you look so great and be like, this is what I want. I love Christina's hips. I love Christina's breast. But then their body shape is significantly different than yours. Right. They might be taller than you. They might be shorter than you. They might have a shorter torso and longer legs, or you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I always try to tell everyone, try to find somebody with a similar body type as you.
For sure.
Like same height, same weight, same build, just so like you're not trying to compare with a 110-pound girl and you're 145 or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
It's definitely really important. Now, we talked on your business. What's next for you with content creation and your business? Any big goals for 2025? I know you want to come out with some shapewear. Anything else you're kind of planning on doing?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just so excited to start really getting like the girls that are on my page have access to BBL supplies. I think that's my top priority right now. I'm just continuously content creation, just see where it takes me. Getting on YouTube, and just like my goal is just to provide value. So I feel like with me doing that, it's just gonna grow.
Oh, you're gonna grow. And are you on YouTube right now or not yet?
I am on YouTube. I actually released my first video back was my BBL journey. So I go into complete detail. I give my doctor details.
I love that. That's so good. Yeah, anyone definitely looking for workout tips, Baja tips, waist trainer, juicing, Christina will definitely hook you up. Her brand is really good. Her aesthetic is cute, like anyone. And I think you'll do really good on YouTube because a lot of people go searching like workouts post BBL and like that's such a good niche. There's nothing there.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm trying to do.
And to touch on that, before you got your BBL, were you on YouTube like watching any other girls' journeys, or like did you do any of that?
Yeah, I watched all the blogs, all the BBL blogs. I wanted
And
to
did
know
you
what
get like, okay, you wanted to know, did you get like any good education from them, or you just kind of wanted to see their process? Like, did it help you at all, kind of?
it just kind of showed me what I could expect, even though my experience was really different, but
I was gonna say,
yeah.
was your experience compared to any other girls that you could remember? Like, were you like, okay, it was similar, or were you like, this was completely opposite?
I think it was harder than I watched on YouTube, but it was still similar, but just harder.
Yeah. And, you know, everyone's like, oh, I don't need to do a lot of research because I'm just watching all these vlogs. But it's like, you guys, there's girls out there that are somewhat doing it right, kind of doing it right, and not doing it right at all. So you really can't base your information off of these vlogs. Like, those are just people's journeys.
Yeah, no. I think just watch it just to, like, kind of see what you're going to expect.
Maybe calm your nerves.
Yeah, sometimes it makes it worse, though. But
true. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yeah, if it's a bad experience, you're sitting there like, what did I get myself into?
Right, because everybody's experience is going to be different. So.
Yeah, definitely. Now, where can listeners find you and shop Figures by Christina?
So you could go to my website, figuresbychristina.com, or you can go to my Instagram, Figures by Christina, or it's also in my fitness page's bio.
Get it, girl. Love that. Love that. And I love hearing about your journey and your goals and your brand. And like I said, your page is just, it's awesome. And I can't wait to see you grow more and teach all the girlies out there that maintenance is really key. You can't just get a BBL and then sit on your ass for the rest of your life.
Right. 100%.
You need to start showing like on your page, like what happens when you get a BBL and you work out, and then what happens when you get a BBL and then
you don't. Honestly, that's such a good idea. That is such a good idea.
You need to do that. Like, I feel like you know who's good? All the OG video vixens back in the day. Like, I mean, Black China took out a lot of stuff, but like she was not a workout queen. She's a workout queen now, but before she took out her butt got so saggy because she transferred so much and had so many butt shots, and her butt was just like hanging over because there was no maintenance.
Right, exactly. You gotta
it looks, yeah, but you definitely need to do some before and afters. Like, especially I feel like people who got BBLs in the early 2000s where it was like taboo and working out wasn't really like a thing, you know? I feel like all like maybe older girls who still have their surgeries and just didn't maintain the results. Like, that's who you need to go find.
I think I should. I definitely should.
That's some content right there for you. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I loved interviewing you and hearing your journey.
Thank you so much.
And what you do for the girls out there is iconic. Keep on doing it. And
appreciate it.
I was talking to Jasmine on the phone last night and I was like, oh, I'm interviewing Christina. She does workout content because she's having a hard time. She wasn't really a fitness queen prior to getting her BBL. She was doing some stuff, but she knows the importance of it. She's like, what's her Instagram? I'm like, she's in our DMs. Just go look. She's like, I'm going to go follow her page on her personal account. So
thank you so much. And I love your page. I love what you guys are doing as well. I think it's like very much needed. I wish I'd seen it before. Yeah, before I even got my BBL.
I know. And I just started this brand like a year ago, and we just started the podcast last year. And like, I'm having to learn how to interview, podcast, edit content. So it's just been a whirlwind. We are just really trying to help educate the girls, because what I hate is all the surgeons just sitting there behind a desk, boring as hell, and talk about the surgery itself, but doesn't really talk about what's needed before, what's needed after, recovery homes, supplies, and they don't even touch on like mental health, like what it does to your mindset.
Yeah, for sure.
It's huge. Going back really quick, did you have any issues with like your mental health or self-confidence or anxiety after your surgery? Did that take a toll on you, or were you kind of smooth sailing?
I was pretty okay, but even now to this day, again, it's always like I feel like body dysmorphia is a big thing. You don't feel like your body looks like what it actually does. I feel like because you just change your body overnight. So sometimes sometimes I do see myself going back and forth, and that's why sometimes I do have those thoughts. I want to do more. So there's always gonna be
it's really hard to get a good mindset. And I always tell the girls, if you don't have a good mindset prior to surgery, and if you think magically it's going to change, girl, you are wrong, because it's a whole new level of like, holy shit, what did I do? I'm all tore up. Like, can I really get through this? Like, it's fucking hard.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of women too, they think that, say if they weren't confident in their body before, they're just going to automatically have surgery and become super confident. And I don't think it works like that. I think you could get there for sure, but not overnight.
That shit takes work. Like, it takes work to work on your new body physically. It takes work to work on your new body mentally too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's so many emotions that the girls go through, and so many, like, even with Jasmine, she had a tough time after surgery because she was so petite, no shape. She was cute, but like no shape. And then you go to like bam.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Took a picture.
she thought that she looked big. She was like, I look like
Okay.
big, like chunky. I was like, Jasmine, those are called hips. Like, this is what you wanted. You have hips now. But it
Yeah,
took her a long time to really like, okay, I'm not big. I'm not chunky. It's just, I have shape now.
exactly. And that's what definitely like the surgery clinics, they do not talk about. So that's why I love your page because you guys, bring like awareness to that.
Yeah, and sharing everyone's journeys, girl. We are trying little by little, but with these interviews, I'm hoping that it spreads the word even more and more
Mhm.
people and all the girls. And even if you're just curious about plastic surgery, like,
For sure.
just giving good tips and advice and stuff like that. So, but thank you so much. We're trying, girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let us know anytime you're in LA. Come holler at us.
Yes, for sure. I would love to.
Go have lunch or something. Or you know what? If you do come to Cali, LA, I am going to make you put Jasmine through a workout.
I would love to.
We should do a
I would love
collab.
to. I
Post
definitely would love to.
plastic surgery nurse post BBL trained by Christina.
Honestly, we need to make that happen sometime this year.
That would be fucking iconic. So you really gotta let us know when you come to Cali. We gotta make
For
that
sure.
happen.
For sure.
But thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And if you guys are interested, head on to our Instagram. We'll be doing a collab with Christina and putting her socials down if you have any questions for her. And also shop her brand, Figures by
Yes.
Christina. So it was a pleasure. You are gorgeous.
Thank
and
you as
thank
well.
you so much, babe.
Thank you so much.
We will talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to All Things Plastics Podcast. Bye.